Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally, and I am here today with a couple of wintry thrift flips. Merry Christmas, as this is going to come out on Christmas Day. I am going to start with some cardboard boxes I had left over when I wrote out some Christmas cards. And these are very nicely well-made boxes, so I didn't really want to just toss them. And I went on to the internet. I think this one comes from Graphics Fairy. I just put in a winter watercolor scene and printed on rice paper a couple of pictures for these projects. And then I just Mod Podged, cut that to size and Mod Podged that down. If I did this again, I would have left the sides and Mod Podged the picture up the sides. I think that would have made that a little bit more of a 3D feel. Then I took my little balled up piece of saran wrap and just went over that to take the bulk of the wrinkles out. Now I have a few of these little bottle brush trees left over. I might have gotten these at the dollar store last year. They came a couple in a pack and they had the little snow at the bottom. So I thought that these would be good for this background. And then once I glued those on, I had thrifted the other day a bag full of items, and one of the items that I got was a little set of, I believe, 6 of these snow babies from probably the 80s. And now supposedly they're worth a little bit of money, but I see that nobody's really buying them, so and hot glue isn't going to hurt anything. I decided that I was going to go ahead and hot glue those right onto the front of this little shadow box. I thought it really was adorable. And then this one had a broken foot, so I was able to hide the broken piece by gluing that on this side and putting the broken piece in the back to make it look like that little baby is helping the other build a snowman. And I thought that was so cute. It would have been really cute if I could have found a star to hang from the top of it off of a wire or something. I didn't have anything handy, but I did go ahead and take a little bit of mostly white and a tiny touch of antique paint, and then I added some baking soda to get a little bit of a thicker paint color, and then just dropped that here and there along the base and giving that a snow-like feel. And then I gave a little dry brushing up along some of the items to make that look a little bit more wintry. If you're a glitter person, certainly you could add glitter here. I am not. And that was it for the first one. Then for the second part of that box, I wanted to do a similar thing, but this time I just Googled prints, and I came out with a winter scene that I liked that was a little bit different than the first one, but had the same kind of feel. And then I had a couple more bottle brushes and another snow baby. And then I also had, from an old village scene from many years gone by, a lamppost. So I thought that would really add a little bit of character. There are so many things that you can do with these. There's ornaments at the dollar store that you could add reindeer, or you could add angels, or bells. I mean, there's just so many different things that you could do depending on the look that you're going for. But I thought that what I had in my stash was just perfect for the size of these little boxes. And I like the green color on the exterior of these, but certainly you could, paint those, or paper or decoupage the sides of the boxes. You could add so much more to this. I just wanted to get a few little winter feeling items up in my house, since Christmas decor will be coming down shortly. I needed a really quick cash or gift card holder. So in case you hadn't seen me do this before, I just took a toilet paper roll, I glued the end together, and then I took my scissors and I scooped out off the top of it, just the front top, a little bit of a U shape. And then I took my white chalked paint just to give the white background. You don't have to do that. It depends on what you're going to put on top of it. But I wanted to have this a little bit lighter in color, so I painted that whole thing. And then once that dried, I had just this little strip of rice paper, decoupage paper from another project, and it had a little bit of blue barnboard feel to it, which was great for this. So any little scraps would do here, even wrapping paper, tissue paper, anything that you have laying around, would wear a napkin, anything, just to get a little bit of something on here. Then you could put anything that you would like on top of this once it's dry. Certainly you could do buttons, you could do anything 3D if you had just bows or whatever. I happen to have a few quite a few leftover transfers that I had bought this pack off of Amazon, and I just had this pretty blue bow on this wreath, and I thought the blue picked up the blue in the paper, so I just dried with my heat gun that and then peeled that off and just transferred that onto the front. These are a little shiny on the top, and then I added some lace to the as handles, and I added a little bit of tissue paper to put some cash in here as a last minute gift. And here is one from last year on my Christmas tree, and that has some pretty little birds. And then this is a doll skirt that I got on the Good Table at my dump, and I had picked up an item this week at the thrift store that I thought would be perfect to go with this. So I just dunked this into a cup of coffee and let it dry so that this would be more vintage in age. And then once that was completely dry, the perfect color, I have this gorgeous little angel face. It was $2, I think, at a local antique store, and they had a few of them, and immediately I thought, wouldn't this make a beautiful Christmas tree topper? I don't know if I could have it strong enough to stay straight up. I do have a really thick cardboard cone that might work, but if not, it would be a beautiful ornament. It already has a metal hook on the back of it to hang, and that is literally all I did. It was already painted, and it had little reddish pink colored lips on it, and other than that, it looked vintage by nature. So I just glued the doll skirt right to the back of it. You could use any kind of lace or eyelet or a piece of fabric, whatever you have hanging around, but I thought this was the perfect embellishment for this sweet little angel. And I am going to just hang it on the wall for today, but I will, when I take my Christmas angel down, see if I can make this work as a tree topper for next year. So I would love to know what you think about these last minute wintry, almost Christmas items. And this one, actually, if you are in a shabby chic style, you could leave up all year long. So I am so grateful for you stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas today, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.